also Munir speaks to his counterparts on the defense side. We acknowledge that the main target of Iran's retaliatory strikes were in self-defense, but Pakistan deeply regrets and condemns these strikes on the brotherly countries, including Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Jordan, Kuwait, Qatar, and UAE, and Oman. We can't have double standard. As I said, that we were the first ones. I was in Saudi Arabia, and the moment I got this news, my office, I talked to them, and they issued more of a statement condemning it. But within no time, we then found a number of attacks, obviously in self-defense, but that compounded and complicated the situation on ground. So anyway, they are a sovereign state, and it was their decision. They say that we have not attacked those countries, we have attacked the American base there or their installation there. But there is still no justification because of the panic. See what's the turmoil in the entire region. We are seeing. I myself have to find ways and means to get back to the country, and the entire space in the Gulf states airspace was closed. So Prime Minister of Pakistan has expressed his deep regrets and calls to the leadership of the brotherly countries, as I said, almost all of them, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE, Jordan, Bahrain, one by one, and it has been requesting to please exercise restraint, don't react, and all this business. This last 72 hours developments are really very, very worrisome. In our outreach at the leadership level, we have called for an immediate halt to escalation through urgent resumption of diplomacy to achieve a peaceful, negotiated resolution to the crisis. Pakistan stands ready to extend our support towards peaceful resolution of outstanding issues. Incidentally, this, if you recall, this is the second round. The last round was in June last year. Then again, we did our complete efforts. Oman was the mediator, and again Oman is again mediator this time. And the talks in Geneva about a week, 10 days ago were going very positive. So, our effort has been to encourage both the US and Iran to get engaged in dialogue, diplomacy, and resolve the issue. I want to walk you through the entire detail. We are privy to detail of the demands and the responses. We have been encouraging to make it a viable, a win-win for both the United States and Iran. And I think we are very close, in counseling both countries on this subject. They were both positive, and they were both forthcoming. You see the actions now. As I said, that Foreign Minister of Oman was absolutely satisfied. So was the authorities of IAEA, whom we met about 10 days ago during our official visit to Austria. It is puzzling that what necessitated all of a sudden, a decision to attack. Anyway, Gulf countries host obviously millions of Pakistani nationals. We have a huge diaspora in almost in every country. The biggest ones are in Saudi Arabia and in UAE. So, you are already aware that in the attack in Abu Dhabi, unfortunately, one of our Pakistani, national was also martyred in that attack. Our missions in the region remain fully engaged with the diaspora and remain in close contact with local authorities for facilitation, and with our Foreign Office, constant reach out to our missions, and through the missions to the diaspora. We have also, issued advisory giving detail of all the countries and the diaspora, the way they should get in touch. The crisis management unit has been activated in the Foreign Office here, as well as our missions in the entire region. Pakistan have always supported a cessation of hostilities, upholding the international law and principles of the UN Charter, resumptions of diplomacy to find a peaceful and negotiated solution. I would like to briefly share with you that all the efforts to bring peace, in the Middle East, particularly in Gaza, Pakistan has been a contributor in all those efforts, starting from formally and I would say seriously starting from 24th of September last year on the sidelines of UNGA, where 5 Arab countries, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, Egypt, and Jordan, and 3 Islamic countries, Pakistan, Turkey, and Indonesia. If we call it Group of 8 Arab Islamic countries. We had very meaningful engagement with President Trump on 24th of September. That was the only thing visible on the media. The rest of the efforts which followed that meeting obviously were off media. And that's which led ultimately, because it was decided that the 8 foreign ministers of the 8 countries who had dialogue on the sidelines of UNGA with President Trump and his team, and the agenda was only one, and that was bringing peace back to Gaza, settlement of the issue, and unhindered flow of human assistance, humanitarian aid, as well as the ceasefire immediate. Although we know that it led to Sharm el-Sheikh, the peace agreement signing, followed by in Davos, where the Board of Peace signing took place, and now 19th of February, we had Board of Peace first inaugural meeting. So all these been attended by Prime Minister of Pakistan, and I accompanied him, and I think the things were showing very positive progress. We appreciate the efforts made by all concerned, particularly 7 other brotherly countries who have made equal effort with us to bring the Gaza issue to that point. I must also share with you that UK held, I think, very timely meeting in the UN Security Council. They had presidency this month, and I was invited by my counterpart, Excellency Evert Coopers, to attend the UN Security Council meeting, which is a day prior to the Board of Peace meeting on 19th of February. It was 18th of February, and I especially flew from Austria to attend that meeting, in New York. And our statement was very, very clear. It is on record, and it is available on the website of Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Pakistan. You can just go through and, frankly, we don't mince words. And we call spade a spade. And wherever, principle demands, we do act accordingly. We have extended relationship. We have great relationship with China. We have very good relations with the current administration of the United States. We have great relations with all brotherly countries. But I think unless we all believe and act accordingly that the international law